Hello, I'm Charlotte Collins and welcome to the SheerLuxe Show. We have a great show for you today, from an autumn coat roundup with Hough to another fascinating day spent shadowing the founder of the app Peanut, Michelle Kennedy. Plus, we are chatting fashion month, street style and high street picks and much more. But first, let me introduce our wonderful guests. I'm joined by stylist and SL columnist Anna Bromilow and founder of the Longing and Marnie Rays, Lindsey Holland. Hi both.
Hello.
Hi. We had a dropout.
We
yesterday,
did.
And I was like, we don't need to replace them. These two will be fine.
It's nice and cozy.
It is. Sometimes it's nice to have less is more.
Yes.
Fashion month. We were just saying, Lindsey, before that finally at an end. I said to Lindsey, I woke up this morning and I was like, they're still in Paris. Like they're still there.
People are still in Paris.
People are still there. Yeah, Chanel. Has Celine gone? I don't think so.
No.
Big shows today. Anyway, so we thought Fashion Month is finally coming to an end. We had to do a bit of a roundup about what we've seen, what we've loved. Lindsey, you go first. You were in Paris.
I was in Paris.
What were you doing there?
I was not chill in Paris, is what I wasn't.
Paris is hardcore, right?
Paris is hardcore. I am not a party girl. I found my party girl spirit animal in Paris.
Oh, she came out.
I didn't have a night in before 3 a.m. It was madness.
Oh, wow. That is hardcore.
Every night I got in, I was taking my charcoal supplements, my sachets full of rehydration stuff. And let me tell you, none of it worked. None of it worked. None of it worked.
That's irrelevant.
But I went and it was amazing. And I just love it because you get to catch up with everyone in town and it's just so fun. It is definitely by far the most fun fashion week. And I went because I went to the Victoria Beckham show, which I'm never going to be over. Like, it was the most magical, gorgeous thing, really, really special. And I had a great seat with no obstructed view. So I was like, oh my God, was this meant to be my seat? Did someone make a mistake? I was like, oh my God, I can see everything. And it was gorgeous.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Serious front row. I want to talk about the best shows. I mean, we'll talk about her front row now. That's chat for later, but go on then. Because, I mean, we were saying again before, like, if you're Victoria Beckham, you like whip out David, you whip out Anna, and then Kim Kardashian. I mean, that's all you need. You don't need anyone else.
Yeah.
You saw Kim Kardashian in the flesh.
I did, and she's just every bit as perfect as you might hope.
She's like a perfect little Polly Pocket dolly.
She is. I was like, the calm that left me. I was just internally mental.
Like uncool.
Yeah, really uncool.
Do you want to tell your toilet story really quickly?
Yeah, really quickly. My toilet story was me and Kim Kardashian had a wee at the same time in the same toilet, and it was the crap toilet.
Well, you say same toilet.
Okay. Oh no, it's okay. Yeah. So it was a synchronized wee in separate cubicles.
We should be clear.
We were really clear about that.
Or was she following you in?
And do you know what the worst thing is that I didn't realise it had happened until after the fact, because she came out after me. But if I'd have just held on one more minute,
if that wee had just been longer,
or reapplied a bit more makeup, I'd have seen her in the toilet mirror and been able to be like, hi.
How did you know it was her then?
Because
you could
just tell.
She just gives off an aura.
That's the sound of Kim K doing a wee. No, she was with her very beautiful model friend, and a model friend was talking to me, and then they both emerged down the stairs after I'd already left, and I was like, stop it. She was in there. Honestly, my heart.
But very good fashion as well from Victoria Beckham.
Yeah. Oh, very good fashion. There is nothing in that show that I would not have worn.
Yeah, very wearable.
Even the knickers and the socks and the heels and the big jumpers, I was just like, this is so me. Like, I can't cope.
She's really found her stride.
Yeah, she has.
She has found her stride. But I think we always expect her to deliver now.
Yeah.
I don't think she's had a dud show for quite some time.
So true. Anna, what did you see? I mean, Paris, or the whole month that you loved?
For me, McQueen was so special. Yeah. I think just the moment itself, that it was Burton's last, it was her finale after being there for 26 years. Insane. I don't think she'd ever worked anywhere else.
No.
Like, this was the whole of her career, 10 years as creative director. She's done such an amazing job continuing his vision, giving it her own modern stamp. And I think it was just a lovely moment, her coming out, doing a full, because normally she's really behind the scenes and doesn't want to be seen at all. And she did a whole circuit to applause. Everyone was giving her a standing ovation. Naomi shed a tear as she wandered around.
I saw that.
Looking that amazing, that dress. But that was the other thing, I think, fashion-wise, it was just so sublime. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. All those things you'd expect from a queen, the kind of Tudor ruffs, the unbelievable tailoring. I thought it was just the most pristine, polished exit.
Yeah.
So really bravo to
Yeah,
her.
you're so right. I so agree. I also feel like these days as well, she took over, I think it was 12 years ago. And as you say, like so perfectly kind of stayed faithful to his legacy.
Yeah.
And I feel like these days, designers come into houses and want to put their own stamp on it. And we're seeing that across the board. So it just worries me from the Queen.
It'll be so
It'll be so
to
interesting.
see, but bravo to her.
Yeah,
I mean,
amazing.
What a decade.
I so agree. The other farewell, of course, was Gabriella Hurst.
I know.
Actually.
Oh my God, I loved her exit, all the dancing.
It was so fun.
It was
Like, what
so
a way to
cool.
go. That was so lovely.
Yeah, really good vibes. I know, lots of changes.
I love these shows outside as well.
Yeah, me too.
And Stella was outside in the sunshine.
Yeah,
and
it was. You were outside.
Yeah,
Phoebe
Phoebe was outside. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just so special, I think.
Yeah, it's really kind of uplifting.
It really is. I was
joyful.
at Erdem in London a few weeks, like the week before, and
That was gorgeous.
It was beautiful,
Yeah, that looked
and they did it in the
amazing.
British Museum, and it was the whole like under, I don't even know what we call that, the kind of canopy as
Yeah,
you
yeah,
enter the
yeah.
British Museum. So the whole thing was outside,
Yeah,
but I mean, it's so spectacular. It does
Yeah.
make for a very long runway, though. You used to kind of sit there waiting for the, it's quite a long, this is the whole expanse of the museum. Anyway, no hate, it was beautiful. All right, so thank you both. Next up, Lou is back. She's back from maternity leave and she is already doing the hard work for us. She is talking us through the very best different coat options out there on the high street this season.
Hi, I'm Lou Hough. I am Fashion and Creative Director at SheerLuxe, and today I'm going to show you some of the best coats on the high street right now. We've got a little bit of everything, something tailored, something more slouchy, a bit of shearling, some puffers, so let's get going. The first one, I have to admit, I own. It's the first bit of autumn winter that I bought, and I tried this on and I was obsessed. I have a bit of a weakness for coats, and the shape on this is just amazing. It looks so expensive. I love the length of it. It's got those kind of boxy shoulders. You don't need to size up, it's already got that. And it's just so smart. Just this with t-shirt and jeans, your outfit is made. Next up is also something tailored. I'll let you into a secret. Hodge just bought this coat, as has Monique. So you're in with the very stylish crew. And this is more like a sort of extended blazer. It's not that thick. So perfect for this time of year where it's not actually too cold, but you want to be wearing your nice long layers. And it's a really dark grey, so it kind of goes with everything. Like great with denim, as I'm wearing now, great with blacks, great with white, great with bright colours. Red is big this season, so it's going to be perfect with a little pops of colour. And I feel like there's not really anything that you can wear this with, which is great when you're wearing a coat. Next, we have a super classic style from Reiss. Reiss is such a great go-to for outerwear on the high street. You can never go wrong if you're looking for something classic and polished and elegant. And this style is a bit more relaxed. It doesn't have as much structure as the first two. And I just love the colorway. I think sometimes people shy away from white outerwear because obviously impracticalities, but there is nothing chicer than a really tonal look going into autumn. And I love the black buttons just to give it a little bit of an edge. Next is this amazingly soft coat from Massimo Dutti. This one is, again, it's got that kind of really loose, unstructured feel to it, but that most amazing fabric. I feel like this is such a good work coat. It's a more seasonal take on a trench. It's got that same shape with the lapels. I just feel like this is, again, going to be just such a good fail-safe in your wardrobe that's kind of going to go with everything and make everything you're wearing feel much smarter. I feel like this is going to be a really good piece in your wardrobe and is just under £300. So I feel like that's a good price point, and that's just super classic. That's not going to date in your wardrobe, so you're going to get lots of wear out of that. Next up is this camel coat from Me and M. I am obsessed with the shape on this. This feels quite vintage inspired. Really big wide arms. I absolutely hate it when you've got an amazing jumper on, which has got big chunky sleeves, and then you cannot get your coat on. So it's nice to have that space here so you can fit all your knitwear in. And again, God, just what a nice shape. Pockets down here, pockets up here, also very handy. And just looks so good with denim, don't you think? Also, if camel is not your color, it comes in, I think, a black and a cream as well, so perfect. Okay, moving on to jackets, something a little bit more casual. Got this aviator jacket from Mango, which looks so expensive. The aviator leather is a style that really comes back year after year, and it's perfect on the weekend when you want something a bit more casual, layer it over your sweats. I would probably go a bit more oversized on this just to create a slightly cooler, more modern silhouette, but it is so comfy and definitely something you'll reach for time and time again. Now on to puffers. Arket is the destination for puffer jackets. Obviously, I don't need to tell you how practical this is. Great for walking the dog, great when you're out and about and it's pissing down with rain, as it is all the time in the UK, but this is also giving me real Wardrobe NYC high fashion vibes, with if you wore this with a skinny silhouette underneath, some amazing leggings, some high heels, and this silhouette I just think is so cool. It also comes with a hood. I've taken the hood off, but I absolutely love how practical and cool and comfortable that is. And finishing on another favorite of mine, this bomber from Bash. I've said high street, this is kind of extended high street and a real treat. This has had a lot of attention in the SheerLuxe office. The shape on this is unreal. I love it slightly longer. It's boxy, it's cocoony, it is so unbelievably comfortable. It's gonna go with everything. Like with the cream Reese one, it's maybe not the most practical, but this, as I said, with a tonal look, with your sweats underneath, with a hoodie, with something a bit more smart, with some tailored trousers, I just think it is such a good buy. And also this time of year, maybe where it's not that cold yet, and you're still holding on to summer vibes, just something a little bit lighter, but it's getting cold and you want that layer. This is the piece for you. So that is everything. I hope you have enjoyed it and you agree there are some seriously amazing coat options on the high street right now, whatever style you're looking for.
This next intro is such a Hodge-ism. It says, so heaven to have her back. It's heaven. It is so heaven. It's so nice that she's back. We're going to talk more about high street fashion in a little bit, but just to remain on Fashion Month, I want to talk about the people, about what everyone was wearing, because there's been, I was going to say some great street style. It's kind of more great fro style, isn't it? Anna, who have you seen that you thought looked amazing?
Well, I thought the Valentino show was pretty good front row.
Yeah,
I could not agree more.
loved
That was
it.
my
Yeah, but I also
mega people.
I think I'm really into seeing the boys in town.
You are stealing my point. I agree with you.
Can we just say Andrew Garfield and his pink coat?
Obsessed.
Loved him. There's a great front row shot of him and Florence Pugh kind of having the time of their lives, sticking their tongues out. Absolutely love that. But also there's an image of him with Penn Badgley together. Kind of fashion brothers in their huge oversized
he was going to be my
puffed sleeve coats.
Well, did you see
the
a
shorts.
skirt?
Oh,
Yeah,
love
it was a skirt.
It's a skirt.
I can't cope with that. Like, he
love
looked
it.
amazing.
I also feel like he's a bit like he's a fashion boy. Like, where's he been hiding?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I never had him
Cool
pegged as a
idea.
fashion boy. I'm
No,
watching
neither.
rewatching Gossip Girl right now.
He's
and
just
I'm
like named Dan
what's
Humphrey.
going on?
Yeah. So true. That pink coat as well with the shoulders. We were chatting about it earlier, and I guess what's the opposite of androgyny? Femininity. Like, it's really, you know, we're blurring the lines so much in the women's fashion.
Fantastic.
So how great to see.
Yeah.
From these guys.
Yeah, I love that moment.
Yeah, agreed. Lindsay, what have you seen? Who did you think looks amazing?
I-
Can we talk about Kim and what she was wearing?
Oh God,
What did
don't.
you wear long
So yeah, I mean, I saw Kim at the party with the toilets, and she's just so chic. She was just all in black with this huge, massive, big biker leather jacket that was like half hanging off the back of her, and her hair was wet look, like down to here, but like the most perfect cool curl.
Yeah.
I was just like, I just don't know where to look. She was so perfect. Anyway, I'll get over it one day. Hailey
We'll be talking about it next time. You
Maybe,
can't, sorry.
probably. Hailey Bieber, obviously, also always
Yes.
looks a dream. Her
Yeah.
at Saint Laurent as well, words like just
Flawless.
unbelievable,
Yeah.
so good.
Because
And
you went to the road party, didn't you?
I went to the road party, lost my mind there as well, obviously. And she was wearing a brown sparkly dress with a matching sparkly bag, matching sparkly shoes, and she was just perfect. And I was like,
okay, brown
this
sparkle.
is something that I would have worn maybe like on a night out from Topshop, but it really worked.
It works.
Yeah.
We were laughing before because obviously, like, we're also obsessed with her, but she's quite a lot younger than all of us.
I know.
Why are we
Like
also
her
obsessed
mom.
with this like 24-year-old?
I know, don't like obsessed.
She's insane.
She is
Don't you
I think
agree?
she seems more mature though.
I
You know,
agree.
her-
She
her
is.
look is
I really agree.
up.
I think she, we were saying before, there's something, when you see her in real life, it's almost like she's just a perfect normal person.
Yeah.
Do you know, like you see supermodels and you're like, whole other species.
Yes. Can't relate to that.
Yeah, whereas there's something about her, you're like, I kind of feel like I could let on you, I can't.
On a
but you kind of,
really good day without my glasses on.
Exactly.
Nailing it.
That's what gets you. With
It's sitting in the hairdressers for me and being like, listen, I want to look like Hailey Bieber. Can you do that to my
Lindsay,
hair?
these are my Hailey bits. That's literally what we call them. Anyone else that looks amazing?
I was going to say the same as Anna, Florence Pugh in her Valentino look with the slouchy jumper and the sheer, beautiful, embellished skirt. I was like, she just
can do no
looked
wrong.
heaven.
I love her so much.
I feel like she offers something really fresh and different to anyone
does,
else.
but a kind of bit of punk attitude
It
without
is
being
that.
too aggressive
Yeah.
about it. She's really good fun. She's some kind of empowered and feminine and
she's kind of
cool.
Such a Valentino face, but equally feels so British at the same time, which kind of is working for her.
Definitely. Cool. The other person who I'm slightly obsessed with, this is embarrassing to admit, but she seems to be around everywhere, is Lisa Rinna.
Oh my God, why is she?
Let's talk about Lisa Rinna.
Why is she a Fashion Week darling? I'm confused.
I
about
have
this.
no idea, but she's my slight guilty pleasure
Got too
because
excited.
I've got into the Real Housewives of a night. And I'm really late to the table with this one, but she is kind of cringeworthy, embarrassing, but kind of fabulous at the same time. And she is literally everywhere with this kind of transformative look and the lips. And she was at Victoria Beckham.
She was. I was stood
Did
with
you
her.
see her?
Yeah,
Really?
she was amazing in real life.
She was at Paco Rabanne.
Yeah.
She's done the couture shows.
Fascinating.
What is going on here?
And she did that last season, didn't she?
she did.
Yeah.
My friend had her hairstylist with her, and her hairstylist is obsessed with Lisa Rinna. And he ran up to her and was like, "I love you," in his little accent, and she went, "Thank you," and walked off.
Did she?
Oh, she's so used to it. She's so used to it.
Oh
She's
my
like,
God.
this happens all the time.
She's hilarious.
I just wonder why I don't watch the Real Housewives, but I wonder why her of like all of them. She's obviously, I don't know.
There's something
there's
about
something
her.
about
There
her.
is something about her.
Speaking of that ilk, did you guys also see Paris Hilton walk at Mugler last night? Which was like one of the most peculiar catwalk walks I've ever seen. But like,
I didn't see the walk.
Oh, the walk's quite extraordinary.
The walk was like Paris's walk, like no one else is walking like that.
But that's her vibe, isn't
Yeah.
it? She couldn't just
Yeah.
come out and do
Yeah.
what everyone else does. And
So
she
good.
looked amazing.
She did look
I'm really
amazing.
enjoying her renaissance. I think.
yeah,
Yeah, she's very cool.
She needed one. She deserves it.
She did. I so agree. She's so
hardworking.
She really is, yes. All right, next up, speaking of hardworking, here is somebody at the forefront of the tech world and what she achieves in a typical working day. We hung out with the very impressive Michelle Kennedy, founder of social app Peanut, who is on a mission to provide a safe space for women to connect.
Hi, I'm Michelle Kennedy, the founder of Peanut. Come and spend a day with me at Peanut HQ. I have just dropped my kids at school. I've done the school run by around 8:15, which for any working moms know that means that the day started at 6:30. And now I'm ready to start my day. Peanut is a social network to connect women across different life stages. So women who are going through their fertility journey, whether that's surrogacy, adoption, IVF. So really thinking about supporting women and helping them find connection and community across each life stage. So welcome, this is Henry. He is responsible for everything beautiful on Peanut. Miranda, who is our Chief Commercial Officer. We've got social team here, so marketing, community, you're going to meet Chloe later. James, who's making sure that we are making the pennies count, and our brilliant product team in the corner.
So this is your desk area?
This is mine, with beautiful drawings from my son that he leaves me, and this is our dog that he draws. So I can never get rid of them because when he comes back in, he's like, where are my drawings? Originally, I started life as a corporate lawyer, but went to work in-house for a client, and then latterly joined Badoo, which was a big European dating platform. I started to learn lots about the business and eventually rose to deputy CEO there. So working alongside the founder. When I first joined, it had 52 million users and I'd never heard of it. And for me, that was just mind-blowing. Like, how can you be part of a company that has 52 million users and it's never reached your awareness? And then we started building what became another really successful dating app, Bumble. But in my personal life, I had just had my son. So I was this new mum thrust into a world that just felt completely alien to me. Like, a lot of my identity was tied to who I am at work, to my career, and then to not have that, and just to be at home with a little person all the time, and I shouldn't say just to be at home, because it was the hardest thing I've ever done. Because of that, I think it was thinking about, okay, there has to be something more. Like, women have an expectation, you know, we're building all these great products in every other walk of life, and yet when it comes to motherhood, it's like, here's a forum that was built in, you know, 2001. It felt like a regression from other areas of our lives.
Hi, I'm Chloe and I'm Head of Community here at Peanut. We're going to do a very quick 30-minute workshop discussing challenges of our community.
I commented on someone's post very recently, and I think there was a real mental blocker to doing, I don't know why I was nervous to say the wrong thing to somebody, but I think once you do it once, then you have this it feels really good to comment and tell someone that it's going to be all right, or
once you've done it once, you do then start to go and be like, okay, actually I can help you, or I want to share this. Absolutely. And maybe it's an internal, why don't you comment on this, or, you know, this post is similar to this post, why don't you...
momentum to it,
That first day back at work, how do I stop crying? I feel unprofessional. I start work in about an hour. So she obviously come to the app last minute. Maybe she posted this on the way to work.
Instead of us trying to build sort of unscalable product pieces, it's how can we actually bring the community closer to help each other in these harder times?
The basic premise is always free to use and free to join, and then to have access to certain features, users pay on a subscription basis. So for Peanut, it's the exact same concept. It's free to use, free to join. You pay to accelerate your experience within the products. The most important thing for us is that whatever we do on a monetization perspective doesn't impact the engagement in the community. I'd come from running a company with 300 plus people where there were people to do certain things, and when you start on your own, you are the people. There are no people, it's me. So I was going to some random nightclub in Camden on a Sunday afternoon with foam fingers, which was a baby rave, to get the parents to sign up to Peanut, and giving out the foam fingers. I was dragging my then 2-year-old son with me, dressed in Peanut merch. The difference between an app like Peanut and just a content play is content, anyone can come at any time and read it. For Peanut to work, you and I have to be on it at the same time, otherwise it doesn't work. You need an element of synchronicity. If you don't answer my message, I'm out. I don't use that product again. So to get that element of synchronicity right, that really took engagement, and that really took dedication and obsession. So now, understanding those dynamics of engagement, now it's even deeper. Now it's about how many groups are you in? Mm-hmm. Is the type of content I show you from one group more or less likely to get you to engage in another group? That kind of level of data science has been a complete evolution for Peanut that I didn't even know we were going to have. Hi. Well, in the morning it is a single shot skinny latte, but on halfway through the day, it's a black filter coffee, which is really boring, with 1 sugar. Thank you. I've always been a magpie, so when you work with people, you take a little bit of the things that you like in people. So you see something in someone, you think that was a really cool way that you dealt with that, I'm going to do that in future, and you kind of take those parts. Mm-hmm. I certainly have someone at the moment who I would consider to be somewhat of a mentor. She's amazing. She's always on WhatsApp. She's incredibly encouraging. She'll also say the stuff about me and the business that I won't say. Everything scares me. It's very scary. There are so many people reliant on Peanut. And I don't just mean my team, but I mean our users, women daily, who expect to be able to open that app and get the support and the content and the friendships that they need. That's a huge responsibility, and it's a total honour to build something that makes the world a little bit better than it was when I found it. That's huge, but it comes with great responsibility.
So I'm really excited because we've now got one of our brand partners here. This is Klein, and she is brand manager for Maltesers, one of our most recent brand partners, which is really exciting.
So this campaign was around celebrating the people around working mums, but also giving a voice to working mums to talk about the challenges and call out the people that they just could not do their job without. So we put these real stories from working mums on the pack. 16 million of those packs went out. And the most important thing is that there's a QR code then that takes you through to the Maltesers website. And on there's resources for working mums. We kind of struck gold with Peanut because Peanut was exactly what we were looking for in terms of how do we find something which is already out there that mums know about, that they can use to meet mums in the local area. And I was amazed at how many, you know, the woman across the road was on Peanut, and I was like, I never knew. And that was actually then a conversation started.
So we created a working motherhood hub on Peanut so that you could find resources, articles, editorial content, advice, tips about how to navigate certain conversations to do with work and motherhood. When we get approached by brands to work with them, it's always like, does it help the community, or does it fit, or does it suit? We'd seen the Maltesers campaigns, the maternal health one in particular, and we were like, oh, it's amazing, because obviously it's what we would have done, natural for us, but also like super exciting for us. MVPs stand for our most valued peanuts, which means that you are truly the eyes and ears of the company. And
people would miss my events or my posts and things because they had turned like notifications off, perhaps because they were getting too many. I also think it's so daunting as well, like you've got this new baby most of the time and you really want to get out there, but unless somebody holds your hand and really pushes you out that door, you'll just call it off in the morning. Because
when you speak to the women who are on the app, meeting in real life, like speaking, and it's very specific. I think there's some super interesting things that come from that I wouldn't ordinarily get.
Well, my name is Lucia and my title is Content and Social Media Assistant, but I also help with the LATAM social media. I manage it and I translate everything to Spanish.
Well, I am Henry. I've been at Peanut for 4 years. I do all the brand and marketing design.
We've got a brand campaign coming up, but the last one we did was called Reframing Revolution, which was about the lack of representation in medical literature and medical illustrations. We had all the medical illustrations redone, but all with different body types and different skin tones, so that any woman who is experiencing, in this example, a linea nigra, can see what that looks like on her skin tone, what to expect for her. Because when you don't see yourself represented in the imagery that you're presented with, you feel othered and you feel like you're not part of that community or that experience. So this for me is something that I'm so proud of, because even if you think about what you will have seen in biology growing up, you never will have seen this. Try and push it. But certainly on acquisition is where we learn all the time that our aspirations of who we are as a brand and what we want to say are not always best represented in a 9-second TikTok. But this is a good example of a 9-second TikTok that does do well.
Types of mom friends. It is already rare enough to find a mom friend that you generally jive with who also has babies the same age as you.
I absolutely love the end result, right? That's without question. I would not be able to and would not have been able to navigate some of the things that we've navigated without really caring so deeply about what we do. I get like excited and nervous equally about new markets. Mm-hmm. So we went to Mexico in November last year. We can see that there are conversations happening in LATAM talking about women and periods and time off and motherhood and fertility, and that for me is really exciting because we can be part of that conversation as it kind of explodes there. Thank you, SheerLuxe, for spending the day with Team Peanut. Now get out, we got work to do. Bye.
Thank you so much, Michelle. I honestly, you don't see me in here, but I was there with her that day, and she is so impressive, like literally so impressive. She's amazing.
Very cool.
Yes, excellent.
So amazing.
Very well. Okay, back to fashion, because how can we not come back to fashion with you both here? Lou showed us her favourite high street coats, but the high street is, I mean, it's so good right now. So I want to know what you're loving, what you're buying. Anna, what have you found on the high street recently?
I have found quite a few things. I just ordered a gold blazer, really practical for
Zara
day.
one.
Zara one.
Yeah, well, we did a live high street unboxing last night.
Oh, did you?
And it was in that. It's a kind of mustardy gold.
Yes.
It's really lovely.
Really lovely shade of gold. So I've just ordered that. We'll see what it's like.
How will you style that? Because I feel like people would struggle with that colour.
Oh, do you think? I'd probably just wear it with a pair of leather pants for evening.
Nice.
There's lots of different directions you can go with it. You can wear kind of a long cream pleated skirt with it.
Yes. I thought it's quite silky, that one, isn't it? You can almost wear it like a top.
Yeah, exactly. I would treat it like a top.
Very nice.
So I've just ordered that.
Fab.
I've seen a really lovely suede coat from Mango. Great for this time of year.
Nice.
What else have I found? H&M. Kind of patent long pencil skirt.
Oh, yes, I've seen that online.
Yes.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Really,
good
really
value.
cool. They had a pair of trousers, which I'm so annoyed. I did a style watch with Nana a few weeks ago, and there were some leather trousers from H&M, real leather, and they were like the perfect, what is this, like A-line shape, like flared, like, and they are not back in stock yet. And I check every day.
Oh my God.
Every day. And I should have just bought them when we talked about them, but they're amazing.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Lindsay, what have you found? I feel like a suede coat from Mango is quite your vibe.
Very my vibe.
You like a suede coat.
Very my vibe. I actually am the proud owner of it now because I couldn't stop thinking about it. It's a Whistles leather bonded jacket that's to the knee, so it's more of a trench coat, a short trench coat. Very Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Nice. Very, very here for that. And I just took it to Paris, wore it with some knee boots and shorts and a little fine knit, and then my jacket over the top.
Love that.
And I'm just obsessed. I've got it today as well. It's like a bit sway, but it's so perfect.
You just got it.
It was warm on the tube, but yeah, it's so perfect. It's just the perfect layer. And I got the one from last season from Whistles, which is the more boxy kind of like short jacket that's really oversized. So I'm so happy they've made it a bit longer.
Okay, nice. I feel like I was just thinking about all the trousers that I need shortening, like these ones, which have got about 10 inches on them. It's quite a good time to be a tall girl, trouser-wise, right?
Yeah.
Like, Liz, you're super tall. But like, you must be quite vibing these
I am
trousers
loving it, honestly. Like, everything is so low and long. And even if it's low waist, you don't have to wear it so it's low waist. I don't mind getting my tummy out, but if you do mind getting your tummy out, you can wear things that are longer line in the top, the body, and still get the length if you're a tall girl.
So true.
But I go vintage as well when I need a longer leg, because you can get men's and low and bigger.
Good tip.
Yeah.
Very good
Size
tip.
up if you need it to be longer.
Deviation from high street, but can we just talk about the shoes very quickly? Yeah. Tell us about your fabulous shoes.
My shoes are actually from Mango, but they are sold out everywhere. I'm really sorry to say, but they are amazing.
They're gorgeous.
I just love red so much. Yeah. And because I am like quite chill when I get dressed, but if I'm going out, I'll put something that's more dressy on, and it's always like a shoe or a sparkly bag or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
They're very fun. Speaking of fun, can we just find out about these trousers, please? I mean, they're insane. They're a really good one.
So good.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. They're by Melina.
Oh, they?
Yes.
I keep seeing them in an Instagram advert. They're really good, yeah.
And they're really comfy. I was worried they'd be a bit stiff, but actually they're not too bad and not too hot.
That, which is key, because sweaty.
Sweaty legs.
So like By Melina comes up, not everybody has heard of By Melina, but Anouk Eve, who I feel like people will know, has just done a collab with them.
Yes.
So
Dream girl.
soon to be on our radars very soon.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks both. How lovely. I don't have any high street recommendations, so I got away with that very nicely. I do. Reformation, lots of brown. I'm wearing lots of brown, in case you couldn't tell. Thank you both so much. Thank you, Anna and Lindsay. And of course to Lou and the Peanuts team. On next week's show, Olivia Wayne is in the hot seat. She's got more fabulous guests, plus Zoe Taylor's autumn picks at Space NK, and we're spending the day with Polly. In the meantime, we would love it if you could comment below, give us a thumbs up, and do subscribe if you haven't already. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye-bye.